Hello guys, this is Forex Teacher. In today's video I want to go through some of the few things. So first of all, I want to go through the trading opportunities that were there this week. This is going to be just a short video. I'm also going to share with you guys my trading strategy. So what you see right here on the screen, this is my trading system. If you are new to this channel, maybe you probably don't know how it works, but if you have the opportunity to get this system, I'll explain everything in the PDF and some of the videos, how to use the system, how to set it up and all that. So in this video I just want to look at the trading opportunities that were there this week using our trading system. So today it's Thursday, the 12th, yeah, 12th, it's 12, yes, on Thursday 2020. This is March, so we are going to look at 9 March to 12. All right, so what you see here, this is the trading system I'm talking about. So if you get a box, a red box, it means we are selling that market. All right, so you can sell anywhere within this let me just draw some shapes here. So this is our red box, right, which means you can sell as long as it's red. You can sell anywhere within or anywhere around this box, right? So like as you can see on this what I've highlighted here, there was an opportunity for you to sell right here where there's this arrow, or up here, or here on the next candle, or also you could if you're not there, maybe you were going to get this other arrow here. All right, when it put back into the red box, the first red box. All right, and then also here when it put back into the red box, those were opportunities where you could have sold the market here. And all this when it came to touch this box, all right, these are all sell opportunities. So what you do if you are using our trading system, once you take your sell trade right here, your stop loss should be put just, I like to put my stop loss above the previous. Let me just close this. You see this green box above the green box here, that's where I like to put my stop losses. All right, so that, because I know that once it comes and close above here, it means now it's forming another green signal for buy, but this is a red signal for what? For sell. All right, so my stop should be above the previous high, which is this green box here. All right, so this is a very, it's a very simple system, but very effective and accurate. So this is also a non-repenting forex trading system. So you can only get this system from me. If you want it, you can like my video in the bottom and also send me an email. I'm going to put more of the information in the description. So first of all, once you place your sell trade, you can set your targets. All right, so like for this example, if you were to take a trade right here in this box, depending on where exactly you took the trade, if you took it up here, if you took it here, but let's just say you took it at the bottom of this red box. All right, so your stop loss was going to be almost 90 pips or 80 pips, but it's not always 80 pips stop loss. So another thing, whilst you are still there, 80 pips is not a big stop loss. All right, so you should learn that whenever you're taking, you can even put a stop loss of 150 pips, 100 pips, or whatever you want. All right, as long as you reduce the risk, it's still the same. So if you put a 40 pip stop loss and use a 4% for your account, or let's say you put a 40 pips and risk 0.2. all right, me, if I put my stop loss and risk 0.1 and put a 80 pips stop loss, we are using the same risk. If you are losing, you are using what? The same. All right, if you are losing, you're losing $80. If I'm losing, I'm losing also $80, but my stop loss is 80 pips. I guess you get the point. So with that being said, you always calculate the risk. It's not important to put a tighter stop loss and then over risk, because most of the time the market, before the market goes in your direction, it first moves sideways. All right, so this was just an example of how you put your stop loss and how you also use your risk. So I don't want to waste much time of this. I'm going to make a video on this. All right, so for this video I just want to show you the trading opportunities. So This signal was actually on 3 March, which went all the way to about 420 pips by the 9th of March. All right, so what you want to look at here, we said we are going to look at 9 to 12 March, which is right here. All right, so here if you came to you could have possibly like took the sell trade right here in this red box, but it's still red. All right, but I prefer that if you are going to use this trading system, get your sell trade here on the first box so that it has enough time to move in your favor. All right, but if you come here and you take this this sell trade right here, okay, there was an opportunity that the market, there's a bigger chance, the probability that it can go in your favor since it's already in the red, and you can still take your sell trade here. So once you take your sell trade here, you know that you put above the what, the stop loss should be above the previous red box. All right, which is here. All right, this was the stop for this sell trade here. All right, so you can see that this the stop loss was almost 90 pips, or it depends where you put it in, but you can say 80 to 90 pips. All right, or maybe 100 pips, I don't know. So your target should be also the same. If you are risking 90 pips, you have to also get 90 pips or even more. So for this trade, there was an opportunity that you could have gotten 224 pips. All right, just from this Monday. All right, on the 9th. All right, and then the following day, which was yesterday, a day before yesterday, there was this opportunity on 10th March. All right, so this is a buy trade. You could have simply just take your buy trade in this green box here, right here. All right, again, your stop loss, you know where to put them. Now if you are new to this channel, I'm only showing you how, just in case some of you guys just come to this channel, you just visit, maybe you just see, I want you to understand how the trading system works. All right, so this was a stop loss. Our buy here, our stop loss was almost 90 pips again or so. So you see that now it went about almost 177 pips. All right, so our target here, what I normally do, if you see the market opening like this and you leave a gap here, most of the time it's most likely to come and close that gap. All right, so our target was just going to be somewhere around this gap. All right, somewhere around here or around here. All right, which was hit. So this does not always happen, but if it happens, that's how I treat it myself. But there are so many ways you can trade this as well. So I don't want to waste this time just showing you one pair, because I'm going to show you a lot of pairs and the trading opportunities that were there. All right, so I'm just going to mention some of them just in passing, but here I'm just trying to explain the strategy, how it works. So after that, there was another signal right here. Okay, there was a signal right here. This was a sell signal. It didn't go much, so this, we can just record this one as a loss. All right, so the next signal, this was a big buy signal. This is not a trade. The reason why I'm saying it's not a trade, you can see the box that formed here on this signal. It's too big, almost 2 times the size of the other boxes. If you can measure it from here, you can see that this box, or the green one here, this was just a small box right here. This one is a big box, so we don't take trades like this one. We're going to wait for the next trade, which is this one here. Again, we use the same concept. Our sell we put above the what, the green. We'll put our sell trade right here. All right, so the opportunity that you can get here, if you come, let's say maybe you were sleeping when this was happening, depending on where you are from, right? If you come and then you find the setup like this, all right, it's above this red box, you can take a trade right here on the first candle here above, or this one here, or this one here. All right, or any candle that is within this red box, like what I was saying in the beginning, depending on how big is your stop loss. Me, I always want to have at least a 1:1 or more. All right, so here we're going to risk at least 90 pips and get your 160 pips here, and it's still going down. It might even keep on going down. All right, so this is Euro JPY. If you want, you can also go and check this, what I'm telling you right now. So there was a big possibility of making pips right here. The first one was 225 pips, plus the 170 pips, and then we subtract this small loss right here, depending on where you put the stops. So on the stop losses, there are two things that you can do. You can actually put the stop loss just above the box of the signal. All right, like in this case, there was an opportunity for sell trade right here. Right, I could put my stop loss here above this trade box. All right, the one with the signal, or I can put it up here, depending on whether I want to be aggressive or conservative. All right, but most of the time, if you put it closer, the closer it is, the more chances that it gets hit. All right, but in some cases, like here, it was not going to get hit. Here it was not going to get hit. Here it was going to get hit. Here it was going to get hit. All right, I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. So you can see there was a 245 pips here, and another one here, the 170, and then we subtract about 80 to 90 pips around here, and then there's another good signal which is right here, which is 160 pips already. All right, so if you go to the next pair here, this is Euro JPY, this is Euro New Zealand. All right, so we want to go to the same date, which is here, 9 March. All right, or 9 March, but this signal was sent on the first signal was sent on Friday. This was Friday because 9 March is Monday. So just in case you took the signal on Friday, but some of us, we don't want to, or some of the traders, they don't want to hold the trades over the weekend. All right, for some reason, just in case the market just come and then it jumps, it gives this gap here. All right, but if you did, this is a non-repenting system, so there's nothing that is going to change here. When the market opens, you could have placed your buy here on 9 March, and the same day, within the first 4 hours when the market opened, it went 1,100 pips, 1,114 pips. All right, you see the long wick up here before it turned back. So this was another opportunity of making 1,000 pips. All right, so depending on where the targets are, I'm sure the take profits were hit. So here, this is another sell trade. This box is also bigger than usual. When you use this system, you also know it, where the box is supposed to be. All right, so in this case, I was just supposed to wait for it to retrace to this size, because the size has to be like this. This is bigger, so it has to retrace. After it retraces, that's when I can take my sell trade. All right, but if I want, I can just place the sell trade right here. I put a bigger stop with a small risk. All right, but waiting for the retracement is always the best, so that you get good pips and also risks more. So this was a 1,000. This was the first one was a 1,000. This is a 500 pips right here from here. This sell trade here. All right. The next trade, this is another interesting trade, which was just a small win, but 150 pips. And then there was also this small trade here. It only went about 30 pips, and then it turned back. I think maybe if you didn't close it, it was going to hit your stop. This one is not a signal because it's bigger than this one. It's bigger than this one here. You can see that. So it's not a signal. We're just going to ignore it. If you wait for the retracement, you're going to take your buy here. It ended up getting hitting the stop losses, I'm sure, below here. So this is another signal. It went all the way. This is about 92 pips. And then just today alone, this is a signal. We don't send all the signals in the free group. That's why you see some of these signals. I'll only show you on the videos. This is a buy trade right here. It went all the way. This is already 130 pips. All right, in profit. And then if you go to the next pair, this is pound CAD. So I'm using here, I'm only showing you the 1 hour setups, the ones that I use, which is my favorite. So I don't want to look at the charts all the time. So what I do, I prefer to use a bigger time frame so that I can have to wait for the trades to expire maybe the next day or the same day. So what happens here with this trading system, you can actually trade on a M1 chart, M5 chart, M15 chart, 4 hour chart, daily chart, or 1 hour chart, depending on your favorite time frame. All right, so you also use the same, you can change the settings on the system. When you get the system, I'll tell you how it works and everything. So what happens if you change the settings, it will also reduce the risk. You won't, if on a M1, M5 or M15, you won't have to use the 80 pips stop loss. It will probably maybe be 15 pips or 20 or 30 or 40, I don't know, somewhere there, depending on the settings that you choose. All right, so this is on the 9th of March, which is starting right here. All right, I think there was this, let's just speed up a bit. Okay, with this one, is start on the 9th of March, jumped all the way, okay, sorry about that, I had to pick up a call from my friend. So I was saying, where was I? Okay, this, let's just start from the 9th of March, right? There was a big gap, which is this one here. All right, it's about 250 pips. But with this trading system, this is a very powerful trading system. There was no need for me to even place the trade on the 9th of March here, 9th of March. All right, okay, but if, let's say I did, when the market opened, it actually moved from here, it went all the way about 215 pips. All right, so there was a possibility of making 215 pips here. And also at the same time, there are more trades that are here, but there was no need for me to come and put a trade right here. If I wanted to, I could have placed the trade, which is right here on the 3rd of March, on 3 March right here, which means it was going to go all the way. This is about 400 pips on Friday when the market closed, and then when the market opens again, there was a possibility of reaching 972 pips. All right, so just for us here, we are looking at just for this video, we are looking on 9 March, which is 215 pips right here, and then there was a sell signal right here. We put our stop above, which was not hit. There was a possibility of making 190 pips right here, and then there was another buy trade right here, which is going to hit what, 140 pips. There was another sell trade here, which is 125 pips. Another buy trade here, which is about 80 pips. All right, so you can see that it's a lot of pips that you can make if you're using this trading system. All right, so just this week on this pair, there was this possibility of 215, and then the next was what, 170, the next 145, the next 115, $170, 145, 115. It's already 645 pips before I go anywhere. All right, so this is how easy it is to trade using our system, just this pair alone. There was also this opportunity. This was the 80 pips, and then this is this trade, this box is too big. All right, it's later you have to wait for the retracement. So here we didn't take the trade here, but if you are going to take this trade, you wait for that retracement I told you. Let me just show you right here. The retracement, this, you see this box is bigger, like it's bigger than this one here. All right, this is the other box, the green one. It's just small like this. So our retracement is to come into that zone. All right, which is here, into that box here. So here we didn't take the trade right here. We're going to wait for it to come right here on this. All right, so that we take our sell trade here. All right, when it touches there, our stop loss will be above, remember, above the previous screen, which is here. All right, so we take our sell trade here. It went all the way. This is now about it went about 200 pips, 199, yeah, 200 pips. All right, so if you add that 645 to that 200 pips, all right, you see it's already 845 pips. All right, just from one pair and in just 4 days. All right, So if you add the other pairs like this one here, on 9th of March there was this 1000 pips right here. All right, 1100 pips plus the, when it retraces here, 5 plus 530. So if you say that 530 plus the 1.1, all right, it's already 2475 pips. All right, so again, if you go to this signal, this is a buy. It went about 150 pips right here. All right, that's 150 pips. All right, it's already 2600 pips. And then this was a sell trade. It only went about 30 pips before turning back, so I'm just going to count this one as a loss. So in some cases you can move your stop losses to break even. So again, this is not a signal. You have to wait for it to retrace. If you took the buy, it was going to come and hit the stop loss here. At the same time, we get another signal here, which is a good signal here. This is a sell trade that is 170 pips. All right, plus 170 pips. That's almost 2795. And then the last trade right here, this, the one for today, this is another 130 pips. All right, 130 pips. That's almost that's 2925 pips now. And then there was also that card that we were talking about. There's also out. This one we didn't talk about this one. So this one we also had some nice good opportunities here. Let me just zoom up, so you can see that the signal came on Friday also, but since some of the traders didn't take it, or if you took it right here, it was going to be just 1135 pips. But let's just look at this week, which is 9 March. From here it went only 955 pips. All right, this is 955 pips that we're going to add to 955 pips. It's now 3880 pips. All right, just from these three currencies pairs that I added here. And this one, there was also this is a big box, so you have to wait for the retracement, which is here. There was a possibility of making money up to here. It's 170 pips if you waited for the retracement. And this one, the following one, was a buy trade, which was a losing trade right here. After that one, there was another good nice trade here, which is about 310 pips. All right, 310 pips. So now we are sitting at 4,250 pips almost. There was another buy trade here. All right, this is the 80 pips before turning back. Then this was a sell trade. This was a small win, I think about 50 pips before turning back. So we just count this one as a loss, just in case we didn't take the profit. This was a nice trade right here. All right, this is about almost 80 pips, 75 pips. All right, it was actually, I sent this one in the group, in the free group. Ours was the 80 pips, considering the price where we went. We took the buy trade. It only went 80 pips in profit before turning back, and then we took a counter trade, which we didn't send in the group. This is a counter trade, which was about almost 200 pips right here, 196. And then this is a bigger box than usual, I think. No, it's the same box. This one, I think it's okay. No, this one is a big box. So wait for the retracement, which was going to be here, half of this. All right, so it has already gone 50 pips in profit. If you go to gold from the 9th, which is right here, all right, the 9th is right here. So when we came to the market here, this buy, there was this buy trade here. It only went about 50 pips in profit, but there was a huge gap here. All right, so we could have taken this trade and lost. And then the next trade, this one was a good No, this one was a big box. So wait for the retracement again. All right, so for this one, I can't say we were going to take this trade. All right, but if you wanted to, you're going to take at the bottom of this box, which went about 200 pips. All right, because you don't always get those nice good setups. So this is not a buy trade, this one, because it's also a big box compared to this small box right here. So we're going to take our sell trade here. All right, so there was a possibility that the stop loss was going to get hit on this one before turning back. All right, but if it hits our stop loss here and then it doesn't show the green box to buy, it's still a sell trade. All right, by the time it retraces into this zone, I was going to take another trade right up here, and my stop loss was going to be above also. All right, so even when it retraces here, it's still a sell trade. You're going to see that you're going to make money right here. From here to here, it's about 180 pips. And then this was another buy trade. It only went 50 pips before turning back. And then this was a sell trade. This is 40 pips. All right, so what happens here, I took this trade, I sent this one in the group. If you remember very well, I took a sell trade right here. I missed this first box, so I took on the second box. When it tried to retrace, it actually went all the way from here. It went all the way 175 pips, and then it retraces into this zone. That's when I took this. I even sent this signal in the group. It went all the way 200 pips. All right, and our take profit was just here, this line here. It didn't get hit and it didn't turn back. So here, if you had the trading system, you're going to just close the trade right here with about 100 pips or so, and take a buy trade which had a nice also 100 pips. All right, but for this trade, I knew that this, if you check here, it has been going up and up, so obviously it's going to want to recorrect, which is why I still think that it's going to keep on going down to hit this price here. All right, from here I think it's going to go down, so I'm going to place another sell trade right here, because there's also a sell box. All right, so this was just a correction to take people out, so that you don't stay in the trend. So if you move your stop loss to break even right here, it was going to get hit with this correction here. So this one I did not take it, but if I did, you could see that this was nice 200 pips maybe. All right, it's actually 125 pips. So with this trade, I stayed in. I didn't move my stop loss, and I knew that it was going to keep on going to hit this price. All right, so this was just a correction. I just ignored it. But if I wanted to, I'm just going to close and re-enter the trade when it forms the signal again, which was going to give us 215 pips again. All right, and this other buy trade, this was a fake signal. This one, they can't always win, so you need to know that. So this is an opportunity that you can get a sell right here, and it will go down all the way 400 pips, and you put your stop loss just above you, which is 100 pips, so you're targeting 1:4. All right, this is a valid trading signal, this one. If you put your stop loss right above here, you sell trade anywhere in within or just here, I can put the sell trade right here where the price is right now. My target will be here, the next support or resistance. That should be your target. All right, and at the same time you have to check, it has to be more than 1:1 or 1:1 at least. All right, so if you go to the next page, I don't want to waste time, this video is already very long. You can check it out here on the 9th. This is another sell trade right here. Okay, started here when the market opened. It went all the way 325 pips. All right, before turning back. So when it turns back again, you know that there was this gap that was created here. It will go, it's going to go and close it. All right, which is why we are going to take this buy targeting this gap. All right, which got hit here at 230 pips. All right, before turning back and give us a 80 pips. Another trade here, nice one, which is 147, and now there's this sell trade here, which is about 142 pips. So you can easily see that there was an opportunity of making more than 6,000 or close to 8,000 pips just this week alone using my trading system. So if you want this trading system and you think you want to make money with us, contact us. We put my email address on the screen and also in the description below. But first, like the video and then contact me. All right, I'll tell you how to get the trading system. So this trading system, you cannot get it anywhere. All right, so if you see anyone telling you that you can get this trading system, they are just lying to you. They are just those scammers. So there are so many people that some of them they're in this group, so they are going to join here just to keep an eye on what I'm doing and all that, so they can use my videos and my pictures and everything, but they don't have the trading system. This is a licensed product. You can only get it to work on one MT4 account. All right, so if you want the one for MT5, you can also tell me. I have that one, but I have the one for volatility index as well. Those are two different systems. So thank you for watching the video, guys. These are some of the good opportunities that you can get in the market. All right, so this was a sideways market. It was a nice one too. So all these nice trades here, they are easy to get. You just sell here in the red box, nothing to think about, nothing to conflict. Don't have any conflicting thoughts. This is a easy 430 pips. All right, so with that being said, I don't want to make this video very long. It's already very long, and I was just trying to show you the opportunities that were there this week. All right, next week I think I'll probably make another video again, and if you check in the description of this video, I have also made another video the previous week, so you can also check. So these trading opportunities, they are always there in the market. All right, so check the description for more information and subscribe so that you get new videos when I launch a new video. All right, thank you.